Voila! Welcome to the Amanda Nothando Show. I'm Amanda and thank you guys for watching. I am so super excited about today's show because joining me on the show today is a phenomenal entrepreneur. Actually, now there's a new term called Mompreneur. She is actually she is a phenomenal mompreneur with her own cosmetic line in Calgary for mainly dark skin, but also has different shades. It doesn't necessarily have to be dark skin. So joining me today is the CEO and owner of her own cosmetic line, Neveen Dominic Cosmetics. She is also a philanthropist, which, oh my gosh, that's another thing that I wish to become. I will become. An author, and was recently nominated for the Mompreneur 2018 award. And like you saw the last time I was on social media asking you guys to help us vote for Neveen Dominic for the Mompreneur award for 2018. And so welcome, Neveen Dominic, and thank you so much for having me on the show.
Oh, thank you so much, Amanda, for inviting us. It's a pleasure to be here on the show, and thank you and your guests for voting for me for the Mompreneur 2018.
Oh,
thank
it's
you.
an exciting thing. Oh my gosh, it's also exciting to see somebody, somebody of color and somebody doing it, who's an immigrant especially, doing it for themselves here in Canada. Because some people, they just come and sit and they're like, okay, I came here to work, so I can just work in corporate America, and that's life. Right?
Definitely.
But then you know what it is that you want. You're a go-getter, and that's one thing we like about you. Aww. And hence the reason for us, it was easy for me to speak for myself, to celebrate and share and vote for you. And I was like, oh yay, if she can do it, everybody else can do it.
Definitely.
Right? And we're so happy and excited for you, and congratulations for the award.
Thank you.
So okay, who is Neveen Dominic in a nutshell? Because we have lots of questions.
It's hard to put it in a nutshell, but if I have to choose maybe not one word, I will say servant of the people.
Awesome. Wow. Guys, you just hear that? Servant of the people, which is good. Like, you're not only focusing on yourself, but also focusing on serving other people. It's Definitely. Amazing. Mm-hmm. So when was Neveen Dominic Cosmetics established, and what made you want to start your own cosmetic line?
So Neveen Dominic was founded in November 12th, hence why we always celebrate exactly November 12th, 2014. Right. And it started during my last year at SAIT. Okay. And I entered an entrepreneurship competition, a provincial one. I was going through a lot personally. I had lost my kid's dad at the time while I was building this. And for my children, I didn't want them to feel like this is like a roadblock or it's like a stumbling block to move forward. Even though it was there, I wanted to use it as a stepping stone and to take myself, my family, my company to the next level. To me, what doesn't kill you make you stronger. And that experience crushed me.
Wow.
Because it was even worse than when my father passed away, and my father was tortured and died. So for me, it was double the experience, because I wasn't just going through it for myself, my children as well. And I'm just looking at it like their whole life has completely changed. Right. And I now need to really step up because I have all they've got at the time.
Right. Oh, wow, that's amazing. And I forgot, you've just reminded me when you mentioned that when your dad died, I had not told the viewers where exactly you come from, which is South Sudan. And we look forward to reading Neveen's book, which has everything that you need to know about where she really comes from and what she went through in order for her to come out strong the way she is. And I think everybody knows South Sudan had wars. Or do they still?
There is war right now. There's still war, right? Not just ordinary war. Right. There is genocide, actually. And that's why that mompreneur meant a lot for me. Yeah. Because that's like making history, you
Yes.
know?
Yeah.
Like, no South Sudanese women have ever been recognized in that national platform before.
Right.
And for me, leadership is by example. I wanted it to give not just the South Sudanese women, but all women who never dared to take that next step or go outside of the comfort zone to become someone that they're not, you know?
Right.
So I want to pave the way. Winning or losing is not a big deal for me.
Okay.
I look at Martin Luther King Jr. and I look at Obama.
Right.
So when it was the time and everybody thought it was going to be the first black president was going to be Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
But it wasn't him.
Yeah.
It was Obama.
Yeah.
But he had to pave the way.
Yeah.
Because if he didn't pave the way and drew that attention, you know, that a minority, you know, like a black person in America can be the president, that probably wouldn't have actually happened.
Right.
And that's what I'm trying to do for my South Sudanese people. I want to empower them to say, you know, we are more than just victims of war. I know there is a lot going on.
Yeah.
You turn on the TV, there is nothing but famine, massacre this, tribal this, bombing here and there, refugees all over the world, right? So for me, I just want people to see no matter what life throws at you, you know, God is always there for you, and
Right.
He is able to help you go through this.
Right.
And you should always rise to what you are intended to be and not allow circumstances to cripple you or to cage you
Yeah.
or to put you in a place where it wasn't your intended spot.
Right. And besides the fact that you mentioned, God will always be there for you. And one thing we all know is He never gives you anything that you cannot bear. Right? He
Exactly.
puts you in a position where He knows He's able to take you out. He's teaching you through a tough experience, maybe through the war, for you to know that you're actually going to have a bigger war spiritually ahead, other than just the
Exactly.
physical that you'd have gone through. I'm so inspired by your story and your background and where you really come from. So seeing that there's already larger brands on the market, what is so different about your brand, Neveen Dominic, especially on the makeup? There's MAC, there's Bobby Brown, and you know, all those famous makeup brands. What's so different about yours? Yeah.
Neveen Dominic is more than makeup or cosmetic company. We are a social movement. Every single collection that we bring forth, it has a story. When we did our Juba collection that was launched earlier this year, it was telling about the story of South Sudan.
Right.
And it was about the Juba part where we wanted to draw attention that this is where the darkest people in the world come from. And I wanted it to have those shades represented in all of my shades in the foundation area. And that's an area where a lot of people struggle with.
Yeah.
And also not just South Sudanese women, dark-skinned women in general, and I don't mean just black people.
Yeah.
So dark-skinned women in general always resort to stuff like bleaching their skin.
Yes.
And that is also a huge part of my brand essence because I was bullied before for being dark and things like that. And I wanted it to provide women with safe and effective products, hence one of our giveaway. I am still addressing this issue this year. So our skin brightening system that is going to be on the giveaway has concentrated ingredients that is able to help women have even skin tone and have their skin looking glowy and brighter without using bleaching ingredients that is going to damage their skin and make them more exposed to harmful toxins and, you know, possible skin cancers and things like that.
Oh wow, that's awesome. So let's talk about enhancing beauty, right? I am sure you know there's also some interesting opinions, about people who wear makeup.
Definitely.
Right? And as a beauty cosmetology, what advice can you give to people who think wearing makeup means one's not naturally beautiful, or that one doesn't appreciate the way they look? You know how people have opinions. Oh,
Definitely.
You know,
yeah. You don't need makeup.
You don't need makeup.
You're naturally beautiful and whatnot.
Or even I think some people, they're like, oh, I just want somebody who doesn't wear makeup, or you know what I mean. There's different opinions people give out there. So what's your take on that?
I've always said this, and I'm saying it again now. makeup does not make you beautiful. You
Right.
are already beautiful to start with.
Yeah.
But what makeup does is, for example, one of the benefits is if somebody's taking a photo, for
Yeah.
example, and a lot of the photographers out there
Yeah.
know this, or even if you take your cell phone and try to take a picture,
Yeah.
there is some shine and some gloss in some areas.
Mm-hmm.
So we have stuff like powders that mattifies these areas
Yeah.
in order for you to have a good picture.
Right.
The other thing too is, like, say someone has like graying on their eyebrows. We have products like our Brow Fix that is able to provide the tint to make it all looking even. We have cancer clients that
Right.
lose their hair,
Yeah.
whatever hair is. So it's a great image enhancement for them.
Right.
Like, if there wasn't makeup, they wouldn't do this. For
Right.
the everyday person, like, there is special occasions. You don't wear the same clothes, like your pajamas, for example, to work or to whatever, right?
Right.
Or even if you're going to the grocery store, you will wear something a little bit different than if you're going to church or to a special event.
Right.
I personally don't wear makeup all the time.
Oh, neither
I
do
don't,
I. Yeah.
right? But when I'm going somewhere special, I want to be able to express myself.
Right.
And that is what makeup means to me.
Right.
It's a self-expression, and it's also kind of like playing around with your creativity and seeing what beautiful thing you can create.
Right.
Like, there is so, like, for example, if somebody's decorating their home,
Yeah.
the house is already laid out beautifully, but you
Yeah.
still add accessories
Touches, yeah.
to kind of, just bring in a certain either ambiance to it or a certain personality or style.
Right.
So makeup is a fashion statement.
Right.
When you're playing with it.
And
right?
it's as good as even clothing, right?
Exactly.
When you're going
Nobody
to
wears
church,
the same thing all the
exactly,
time.
and it depends where you're going to, right? You can't wear I don't know, be half dressed at church, but then
Exactly.
there's times where you feel like, okay, this is church, I need to look like this. I need this look, right?
Definitely.
And then makeup, it's here and there. I want to look like this. I want to add more, like we have one of your models who has glitter today.
Exactly.
It's for Christmas, right? And it's not like you're going to wear glitter every day.
Absolutely,
Right.
You can, and also for some of those people, the natural people, because like I hear this a lot with men, especially like I'm looking for a woman who looks so
who looks more
natural. Well, that is all fine. You also have to be okay with somebody aging quickly.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
And you have to love them the same way because
Yeah.
you can't eat your cake and have it. So what we have is in certain product, for example, like when we have makeup that offers like dewy skin, for
Okay,
example,
yeah.
that is just like a finishing product. It doesn't mean that somebody got a cosmetic surgery.
Right,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? They
yeah.
just want to have like a different look to themselves.
Right.
And I'm always about skincare. You know,
Right,
like
yeah.
skincare is the first step to flawless skin. So invest in your skincare.
Right.
That is like, and for our products, it's all anti-aging prior to applying the makeup. So
Okay.
men who are loving women being very natural
Yeah.
need to also be okay with rapid speed in aging. Because
Right.
if you're not moisturizing your skin, that means it's drying.
Yeah.
And if it's drying, that means it is wrinkling, fine lines are going to be there. You have to love it all. So as long as you're that type of a man, absolutely, I will highly encourage you to tell your significant other to stay away from this type of product.
And I'd like you to mention the whole drying skin and whatever. I just learned, please confirm, I just learned that I never used to love my oily skin. I never used to like it at all. Until somebody was like, you know what? People with oily skin age gracefully.
Absolutely.
And I was like, okay. Guys, I love my oily skin.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
So do you have, like, for your skincare products, do you have some for oily combination and dry, or it's all in one? How is it?
Absolutely, it can never be all in one.
No,
So everybody has different skin type
Yeah.
and skin conditions.
Right.
So some people,
Sensitive.
think that skin conditions is the same as skin type, and it's not,
it's different,
right?
yeah.
So, and I just want to confirm that it is true. I have actually one of my models here.
Yeah.
She always be like, oh my God, my skin is so oily. She is Asian, and she will always talk about that. I'm like, girl, you better embrace
It,
your
yeah.
dewy skin. It
Yeah.
is a blessing.
It is.
So it's just kind of like, like you said, you will age gracefully and whatnot, but it's just that mattification part of it that what people worry about, because they want that matte skin, or at least to have like glow from within, and that's another benefit of
Right.
makeup,
Exactly.
right? So
No.
you need that powder,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, to
Oh, yeah.
absorb the oils.
The
and
oils
whatnot.
as well. Like
Yeah.
now, you know how makeup changes every time. Like,
Exactly.
Oh, skip up now, I'm wearing eyelashes. I never used to wear eyelashes. I didn't know. But the fact that now there's highlighting and all
all
that.
of that.
Sometimes I don't highlight a lot because I know my oil oil is gonna come out a little,
Right.
right? So I'm like, okay, I got my natural highlights. So
Yeah,
people
coming through,
coming
definitely.
through there, and that's
Definitely.
awesome. That's really nice to know. So
Yeah.
you mentioned about the eyebrow tint.
Okay.
Do you mind telling us more about it?
Sure.
Yeah.
I just want to go back a little bit to the question because I don't feel like I've answered it fully. So,
Okay.
there is different, like I said, skin types and
Oh,
there
yes,
is
yes.
skin condition.
Yeah.
So you need to find the skincare regimen that works best for you. For example, somebody who has like dry skin, most people with dry skin also have sensitive skin. So you have to be mindful of the type of ingredients that are in your cleanser. So you want something that is calming.
Right.
So, ingredients like our chamomile wash is really a nice gentle cleanser that could be used on everybody. We even offer it for cancer clients.
Okay.
So that kind of addresses that condition because it feels tight. There is redness, it's more sensitive, so that kind of addresses it. Now, when it's somebody who has, for example, oily skin, so they need a stronger kind of a cleanser, to reduce some of the oils. Even the toner, some people will use more of a refresher type of toner, some people will use a stringent type of toner. So it all kind of works with your skin condition and type. So if you don't know what your particular skin type or condition is, just take a moment, go to any cosmetic counter and say, hey, can you please analyze my skin? I don't even know what type of skin do I have. The other thing too is your skin changes according to weather.
Right. Oh, yes.
So in the
I can attest.
summertime, we're all a lot hotter. Our skin is exposed to the sun more, so we need to have to protect our skin from UV rays and stuff like that. In the winter time, it's colder, it's drier, so you kind of have to change your routine according to the weather, like where you live and what season you're in.
Okay.
That also applies to makeup. So you will notice that the tone will change. I used to be very, very dark.
Okay.
Like
Really?
very dark.
Okay.
I posted a picture before on Facebook and nobody could believe that it was me. Like I'm talking as dark as this laptop. I was very dark.
Okay, guys,
And-
we'll show it to you.
All right, fine, I'll send it to you. But when I came to Canada, because of the cold, I don't really know what happened to my skin tone, to be honest with you, because like everybody that knows me, I'm like anti-bleach. Like I am not with that for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, oh my God, how did I become like
This
2,
light.
3,
Shades
shades lighter?
lighter.
I mean, I'm still a dark skinned person, but it's just like I don't know what happened to
tell
my
the
skin.
difference. Yeah,
Definitely.
Oh,
But when
wow.
I go, like, of course, I haven't been to South Sudan, but when I go to somewhere darker,
Yeah.
hotter, where
Hotter.
there's the sun and everything,
Right.
my skin kind of goes back and forth. I become dark sometimes, light sometimes. So definitely weather, where you live, exposure to the sun, and all that
Also
affects
affects
your skincare regimen, as well as the type of foundation and products that you use on your face.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna try it actually for oily
Sorry,
skin.
it's a very
guys.
long,
So
detailed
for oily
answer.
skin, I am actually gonna try it, and I'm gonna give you a review.
Yes,
So I'm gonna
please.
give you a review.
Reviews are really
So
important.
reviews are really important because
Yes.
it shows what she's doing, if she's doing the right thing, if she
Absolutely.
needs to improve on what it is that
Please
she's
do.
doing.
We want genuine reviews, and it's just amazing. Like when people try out the product and they tell us some of this stuff, it's also good to share it so that other people also know or can say, oh my God, I had that issue before as well.
Right.
But now I am no longer dealing with that thanks to the other person that put this or whatever,
Right. There's hurdles, right? Hurdles are inevitable in life. Right?
Absolutely.
Especially if you're chasing your dream, especially if you're doing what it is that you love, trying to pursue what it is that you love doing. Please express to us the challenges that you faced in your journey of entrepreneurship. And considering that you had lost your husband then, and going to school, being a mom, thinking of what am I supposed to do, obviously you faced challenges. Can you express to us the challenges that you faced?
Yeah, I just want to correct it. He was my ex-boyfriend.
Oh,
So
okay.
because,
I'm so sorry.
I just don't want to share a lot about my personal life. I always feel personal is personal.
No.
I just keep what my public part is.
Okay.
So I do face a lot of challenges. Part of it is emotional challenges.
Okay.
For example, this is the holiday season, and Christmas has always been my favorite time of the year.
Yeah.
Yes, but it's also in the past 3 years has been one of my saddest time of the year.
Yeah.
I always work on Christmas,
Yeah.
New Year's, like the whole entire holiday season.
Yeah.
I like to do something in the philanthropy area
Yeah.
to just avoid sitting on the table knowing that my father will not be sitting there, knowing that my whole family will be there, and then I sit there and just cry the whole entire time.
Right.
And it just makes it extremely challenging for me.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that for the past 3 years, but I have had people who've been praying for me and praying with me.
Yeah.
So this year I want to make it something very different. Like I want to plant a new seed. I want to come up with new traditions and try to overcome that, because there will always be in my heart people that I lost, and nothing can ever take them away from me. So part of it too is I seem to be losing a lot of people directly or indirectly almost every single week. Because of the war back home.
Yes.
And actually because of all the young South Sudanese people who are dying here in Calgary and Edmonton.
Yes.
Like my mom is very active in the South Sudanese community, and honestly sometimes we have like 3-4 funerals in one day. And it is so heartbreaking, and this is where I get my drive. I know for a fact that I am changing lives. Like this cosmetic company to me is, like I say, is always more than just a makeup company. Like I am trying to lead by example. I am trying to show hope at the end of the tunnel. I want to show light. I want people to see no matter what you went through, it does not cripple you, and it doesn't define you, doesn't define your present or your future. I'm hurting, but I'm still pursuing my passion.
And imagine people who are privileged here in, I've actually noticed, not just here in Canada, but in the Western world, I think they've never lived the life in Africa, but you have to experience the tough life for you to appreciate the good, right? And you saying this, I feel like it could actually motivate and inspire other people out there who take life for granted, right? For you to be able to come all the way from a war, you lose family every day, you lose friends every day, and that does not stop you from pursuing what you love. And some people are like, oh, well, I don't think I will be able to push forward or to do what it is that I love, because the person who used to motivate me, inspire me, is no longer there. But you can always be your biggest inspiration or your biggest fan before everybody else. And I am so proud of you, the fact that you keep pushing, right? And that you do not stop at all, and hoping that everybody who's watching right now, that this is actually this is the moment, the main reason for having the show, that if you have a dream already, whatever it is that comes to your mind, to your heart, it's not supposed to stop you to becoming the person that you are. It's not supposed to define you. It's not supposed to block you. It's not supposed to. And it's so nice to hear you actually say it for somebody from experience, and not just, oh, I heard somebody from ABCD who accomplished ABCD, but it's coming directly from you, and it's actually inspiring and motivating.
Thank you. I mean, it's not just people actually who are from Africa, or people who are war survivors or whatever that go through this. Every day I feel life is a war. As a Christian person, the Bible tells us that like we're in a war zone. That's why we need to put the helmet of salvation, and we have to wear our breastplate of all that stuff. In Ephesians it talks to you about that, because we're not wrestling against flesh and blood. So we're all brothers and sisters, and we all have our struggles. Some might be as dramatic maybe as mine, and some people maybe just even job hunting.
Dramatic as you, as a situation.
Yes.
I'm about to think, dramatic as you, or what? No, you're not dramatic.
No, I'm referencing to the situation. But there are some people, I don't want to also belittle their struggle, right? Like some people are having a hard time getting a job and feeling like, all the good jobs are given to immigrants, or you have to be a member of a minority group or whatever, So whatever those struggles are, like, I always say to myself, write down all my excuses, whatever they are, valid or invalid. Then I start playing the other person, start looking for solutions, whether I come up with those solutions myself or go to somebody and say, you know what, these are the problems that I'm having today. So 2 are always better than 1, So if you talk to a friend or a mentor or whoever and say, these are the struggles that I'm having, even having that conversation, a good idea is going to come out of it. So that's why I encourage people to share with people who they feel safe to share their struggles with, and you just never know, how things can unfold. So it doesn't matter whatever your struggle may be. I can't say somebody who's actively looking for a job and trying and not getting the job for whatever reason, that their problem is not as big as what I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
All of us have challenges, and we pray that God helps us to get through it. But talk to someone always. That's what I find helps me.
Yeah.
And that's
opening up to somebody who you trust releases a whole lot.
Definitely.
And it helps you think and move forward.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you're also an author, right? Who is publishing her first book.
Yes.
Right. It's the first book, beginning of 2018. Please give us a highlight on what the book is all about.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the book release date is going to be January 31st.
Okay.
And this book is kind of a little bit of like my autobiography, but also talks about Neveen Dominic Cosmetics and what we have done, what we have gone through. A lot of people always tell me, your story is so inspiring.
Yeah.
I hear that a lot from immigrant women. I hear that a lot from even other South Sudanese people, know. And sometimes people see different sides, because life is perceptions, right? Depending on what information has been exposed to you, like, oh, you're so lucky. When people tell me that, I'm just like, I'm so lucky, really? Like, how so? I need to hear this one, what I mean? Because like, I'm thinking, I only got 3 to 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
I have 5 jobs. I am still struggling. So I want to see the lucky that you see, so I can feel lucky. I am definitely abundantly and exceedingly blessed, because Christ is in my life.
Yeah.
But, and then I just kind of wanted to give people a little bit of an idea of how did the brand came about. So this book is going to be on our website.
Okay.
And also the essence of where Neveen Dominic has came from, like as the brand. And I have there an interesting letter that I am writing to the Egyptian people and to the Egyptian president, because a lot of South Sudanese people are refugees all over the world. As a refugee, I was in Egypt. And this is really the reason why Neveen Dominic Cosmetics became to what it is today. So it's because of everything that I've gone through in Egypt. And I feel like God brought me out of Egypt, like how he brought the children of Israel out of Egypt. So this book is going to have a lot of information, and it's going to speak to different people from different areas of life. I pray that this book become inspiring to so many people, regardless of what part of life they're going through. So there will be things about my journey and my struggles as a refugee in the book, how I started Neveen Dominic Cosmetics. Also, I'm going to talk about entrepreneurship, how I, in terms of how I started the company, some of the struggles. I'm going to share some vital resources that I think it's pretty important.
I can't wait to get a hold of it.
So it's going to be really an interesting book.
Oh, okay. Please reserve one for me.
Of course.
Oh yeah, now that one is a go-go.
100%.
Awesome. So what the name of the book is just gonna be Neveen Dominic?
That's right. Okay. Yeah, the name of the book is Neveen Dominic, and it is about my experience in the war and how God it's a testimony really of God's love for me, because I never thought in a million life that I'm going to be where I'm at today. Right now. And so I give all the credit to God for that.
Awesome. You're also family oriented, and this coming question relates more directly to the youth. I know family is one of the most important things in your life. How do you juggle being a mother of 3, an entrepreneur, and an author and a student? How do you juggle all of that?
I don't look at it like I'm juggling everything. I just look at it like a smoothie. Okay, you have a variety of flavors in it, and it's one drink, which contains apple and orange and juice and everything. Like I'm on set today with my daughter.
Right.
So there you go. That's who I can work with. And at home, my son is busy helping us clean up and everything. My kids know how to cook. They're also part of my board of directors. We sit down and have our board meeting. So I'm trying to teach them corporate etiquettes right away, so it's not something foreign. So when they end up going to school and things, they'd be like, oh, wow, mom used to do that. So I am raising God-fearing CEOs.
Hey, okay. Very impressive. Okay. So we all know that you have been nominated for the Mompreneur 2018 award. Can you tell us more about it real quick, and where the ceremony is going to be at, and express your excitement for the nomination?
Oh, I am extremely humbled for one of my clients who have nominated me for this award. Nice. And I wanted it to fight for it because, for her to even consider this. Like, she went out of her way. I want her to see that, like, you know, I am serious about succeeding in life. And for her to take the time to put this nomination together, I want her to see, regardless of the turnout, that I have put in more than my 110% into everything.
Right.
So I'm super excited about this because I have never been nominated for such an award. Like, Mompreneur is a huge deal.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking about, for this particular nomination, there was over 1,200 applications across Canada, 17 from Alberta. Yes.
What?
So it's kind of like, oh my goodness, talk about stepping outside of your comfort
zone.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's a lot of pressure.
With different people, different nationalities, people who are maybe way above you.
Oh, I know for a fact. I admire all the mompreneurs. That's not maybe, that's 100%. Like, these women are phenomenal. You know, and what they've done, like, I'm just like, oh my God, like, I don't know what to say, you know what I mean? I'm humbled to be considered.
To be part of it, to be considered.
And I just want to show them and, you know, show, like, you know, Ruth, that, you know, it wasn't a mistake that I was nominated for it. I wanted to work really hard on it to give it, again, like, my very best. But I'm just super excited to meet this amazing women. Like, I've always heard with, you know, with Mompreneur, like, these are, like, very influential women that are part of this group, and it's just an honor for me to even become a member and to have access to all the wonderful resources they have to offer.
Awesome. So where is it going to be at?
So it's going to be in Toronto in March. So January is what we're waiting for. January 12th is where we are going to find out who is the top 20 across Canada. And with that,
how many, by the way?
Over 1,200.
All right.
So it's pressure is on, but it's all good. You know, I trust God.
Yeah.
And so once we figure out the top 20, then people are invited to Toronto for the big conference, and that's where they're going to give the award for the, you know, for the whole final, you know.
So last but not least, as an entrepreneur, last but not least, I am sure there's still plenty of worlds left to conquer knowing you. Yes. From last time when we came to your anniversary, and I don't remember who made a speech saying you are not stopping. You are not stopping. So we heard a glimpse of that. So what's next on your horizon, other than what we've already spoke about? In as much as you have a huge announcement, we don't need you to say your announcement, but we need you to hint on maybe something that's talkable here on the Amanda Nothando Show.
Okay. So 2018 is going to be, like, the way I look at it is I need to move a mountain.
Yes.
That's how I look at it in 2018. It's going to be nonstop hard work.
Yeah.
It's like I'm training for, I don't know, the World Cup or something. And I'm going against myself. So I am not playing around.
Yes.
I am going to be tons of photo shoots. There is going to be our tour for sure.
Yeah.
So we have our model search right now. We're looking for 50 models from various backgrounds to be on the tour with us. Also, makeup artists
in Alberta or anywhere in the world. I mean, or anywhere in Canada.
Definitely in Calgary, because this is our headquarters. This is where we're working. However, these girls are going to be exposed to a world of opportunities. Like, I'm talking, every single model is going to have once a month photo shoot individually as well as corporately as a group. There is just going to be way too much opportunities, and I am ready to, like, seriously work. I work seriously, but this is like seriously. You know what I'm saying?
So guys, I will be joining. You know how she here does not like being left out.
Yes.
But anyway,
that is going to be, like, honestly, if you're into, like, fashion and into, like, makeup, philanthropy, community work, you will be addicted. Let's just put it that way, because there is going to be 2-3 events happening every day. We're hitting it very aggressively, very strong, because you know what, the way I look at it, like, the amount of bad news that I receive from South Sudan and from my direct community, it should be balanced out with the amount of achievements that I receive. You know, like, I am not allowing this so-called death that has entered our community to, like, conquer us. We are going to be victorious regardless, because God is with us. And when God is with us, no one can be against us.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Amen to that.
Yes, no weapon formed against us shall prosper. So this is going to be a very aggressive Neveen Dominic Dominic that you have never seen before.
Look out for that, guys. Did you feel the power behind that statement?
Amen. Yes. And
That
I'm
is
not
so
here to
awesome.
play. I'm very serious
Yeah.
about what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like my kids are super excited about it.
Right,
Like they
yeah.
just, my motivation honestly is like comes from everywhere. Like
Yeah.
people put me at such high level that
Right.
I put myself even higher than that.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? It's time to really focus. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And we need to be bearing fruit. We've been planting for way too long.
Yeah.
This is the harvest right here.
Yeah.
So we are going full time. To me, as I stated earlier, it's either you have a full-time job or you have a full-time job search.
Yeah.
To me, you succeed or you succeed.
Yeah, okay.
There is no other
Succeed
option.
or succeed.
Yeah, whichever
No.
one works. Yeah.
Right. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Neveen. That was Neveen for you with Neveen Dominic Cosmetics. Coming up next, guys, we're going to get her to show us some winter looks that she has to show us today. Some winter looks that she did on her models, the ones that she came with. So for those who are going to win giveaways, here are some tips on how to, how to wear Neveen Dominic Cosmetics makeup.
Definitely.
And everything, and the Christmas looks especially, because today it's all about Christmas. We're 2 weeks.
Yes.
A week and a half?
Actually, less than that. Yeah.
Okay.
Those who are counted down, I should be asking my daughter.
Right away from
From
Christmas,
right?
Right. Okay, less than
Okay.
10 days, somewhere
Yes,
there, less than 10
something like
days
that,
away
something
from
like that.
Christmas.
Yeah.
The moment we've all been waiting for, to see Neveen's makeup line on actual models and not just talk, right? So she's gonna be explaining to you the holiday trends today. Over to
Well,
you,
thank you,
Neveen.
Amanda, for having us.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to help you here, whichever event that you're attending over the holidays. I have 3 models. So I'm going to start with my first model, Shelby, here. So what she has is a very natural look. So the skin has been prepped. It looks very natural, very soft contouring. And she has a soft nude color with a little bit of a pink into it. The brows have just basically been groomed with a brow gel. So this look is appropriate if you're dropping some gifts by, or you're coming for, supper or something like that, or even if you're going for an event. So this is a safe type of a look for almost everything. So I'm gonna move on here to the next look. What you have here is a full glam look. So definitely if you're going to a party or whatever, you need to dial up the glam, this is definitely the look for it. I just want to draw your attention here to our green lipstick. It has a little bit of a shimmer. This look could be great with red lipstick, but we wanted it to also show something that's a little bit unique, a little bit bold. It has a little bit of an undertone of a gold shimmer that works really well with those gold glitter on her eyes as well as her hair. So this is kind of a safe, bold look that you can go with if you are attending some type of a party or an event over the holidays. So the last look here is with Amira, and this is your traditional look. It's a classic look where you're wearing the classic red lipstick, and she has the matte lipstick. That is all from the giveaway from today as well. So you're going to get all these lipstick except the green, as well as what I'm wearing on my lips, and that is one of the 3 colors. So with this color here, so she has it matte. It can be added a little bit of a gloss on it, so it can turn it from a matte formula into a high gloss formula. And then for the eyes, we just kind of contoured a little bit with some redness. She had her lashes applied on, the brows are groomed, pardon me, and then she has a little bit of blush. So any of these 3 looks make an excellent approach to your holiday style, depending on what event you're going to. If you want to go with a safe look like the first natural look, you want to dial up the glam like the middle one with Isabella, or you want to keep it classic like what Amira has. Thank you so much.
Awesome. That is so great. Thank you so much, Neveen, and thank you so much, the models, for wearing such beautiful makeup, and it looks good on you, by the way. Like, it's so perfect.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Isabel Grenier, and I come from the Dominican Republic. And since I've got to Calgary, I've met Neveen, and I tried her cosmetics, and I've been loving it because she comes up with so many colors, and it's extremely amazing for your skin because it doesn't damage your skin. It's actually for all skin types. So I'm wearing right now a green color, which I'm loving because of the holidays. She came up with some bold colors that are also great for partying if you like partying, and I'm loving it, and I'm really grateful from Dominic Cosmetics because it's been just amazing. Her products have been helping me a lot with my skin, and yeah.
Hi there, my name is Amira Makir, and I'm from South Sudan. And yeah, what inspires me about Neveen Dominic is that she's she's an independent woman and she knows what she wants. She's motivated, and that's what caught my attention. And then I met her cosmetic, So I tried her products and I was like in love because I have sensitive skin. So I tried it for like about a year, and then I moved on straight to her, pretty much her makeup. And I really like it, and I'm very picky when it comes to colors or foundations and what sits better, and her stuff is very natural, so that's why I like it. Yeah, so that's why I like Neveen Dominic, and yeah. Red lipstick. This red lipstick is amazing. Haven't you seen it? Light colors, because I don't normally wear bright colors because of my skin. And her colors are really good, so like it goes well with my outfits and my hair.
Hi, my name is Shelby Chong. I'm wearing Neveen Dominic Cosmetics. And why I like it is because it's so diverse in the skin type. So it's not just for the dark skin or the really light skin. It actually has something for Asian skin as well. And this makeup right here, it's really suitable for me because it brings out my dewiness and the rosy cheeks, and it makes me look really good.
Okay, that was so much fun. Like you've already said, the whole model's moment with the festive look, and just go ahead and purchase, the Neveen Dominic Cosmetics from the skincare and the makeup as well as the perfume. I'm sure you like it. And now we've finally come towards the end of the show, and it was such a pleasure and an honor to have Neveen Dominic come over here on the show and to come with her models all the way from Calgary, which is really some people would actually do, right? People really drive all the way from there just to be on the Amanda Nothando Show, and I really appreciate you coming over. It's really been an honor, and and it's actually an honor to always work with you. Every time I'm like, come to Calgary, I'm like, oh yes, this is Neveen. I need to grow, I need to learn something new, right? And you coming over, I'm like, I need to have her on my show since summer.
That's true. It's been a long time.
It has been a long time coming, and I am so thankful that you finally made it here, and look forward to 2018, and your accomplishments in 2018. And to also the viewers, Neveen has a promotion going on. Mind telling the viewers for us?
Well, first I want to thank you, Amanda, for having us here, for having me and my models. I mean, we go all the way across the world. Like coming to you is like going to our backyard. It's no big deal. We're always happy to be around great people and great shows like this. So for Neveen Dominic Cosmetic products, you can purchase it, of course, at neveendominic.com. Right now we have 30% off the whole entire website. So you have to use the code Mompreneur 2018 to be able to capitalize on this offer ending December 31st. So I don't want you to miss out on that one. I have kind of put together this promotion specifically because of our recent award nomination. I have never offered anything like that. My pricing strategy is usually I make sure that I offer my clients the lowest possible price that I can offer them. So every day is a sale. So doing this today is just more to kind of create a little bit more awareness about the Mompreneur Awards and whatnot, and also for me to give back to my clients who have been supporting me over the years. So make sure when you go on the website to purchase products, it is Mompreneur 2018 to take advantage of your 30% off.
Awesome. That is so great. So guys, really 30% off is better than no discount at all. So this is actually a good deal. So go ahead, purchase any of the products on NeveenDominicCosmetics.com. NeveenDominic.com.
Yeah, if you want NeveenDominic.com or NeveenDominicCosmetics.com, we have multiple what is it called, web hosting addresses that will still lead you to the same place, but the main one is NeveenDominic.com.
But anyway, we're also going to put the information down below so that you guys, in case you didn't get it on the video, you get fine print is good, you know, it will always stay there, and then you get all the details. Also, please follow Neveen Dominic on her Facebook page, Neveen Dominic. She has her own Neveen Dominic page, as well as Neveen Dominic Cosmetics page on Facebook, as well as Instagram, both Neveen Dominic and Neveen Dominic Cosmetics on Instagram as well. Right?
That's right.
So follow her there, and also follow the Amanda Nothando Show, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, and we look forward to your support. And besides looking forward to your support, for those who've already started supporting, thank you so much for the love and support that you've showed for the Amanda Nothando Show. And you know, it's such an honor, and it's an amazing experience to also be, you know, viewed by people who value what you also do, right? What you also value. So thank you so much for watching, and remember, little girls with dreams become women of vision. Take care. God bless you.